everyone, it's Arlene from Arlene's Creations, and today I'm going to show you how I put together the Dreamcatcher wall hanging. So in a previous video that I made, I showed you how I just put together the Dreamcatchers, just the hoops with the doilies. So I picked up some white string that I just showed you from Walmart. You can use any white string, you can even use white wire ties, or whatever you'd like. And I laid down on the bed all of my hoops in the pattern that I want them to look like on the wall. So I'm just going to start tying them together with the white string, doing a couple of knots at each point where I'm tying them together. And then I'll go back and cut all those strings. But you just want to make sure that everything is even and spaced correctly before you tie them together. So this didn't take too long to do, but you want to make sure that each hoop is tied at each point where you're going to attach another hoop to it. So I like the fact that I have the two bigger hoops at the end, a smaller one in the middle, then I have, you can see, then I have a bigger one in the middle towards the bottom, and then smaller ones going throughout. That one in the middle on the bottom, I do end up taking off all of the white yarn that I put on the bottom of it. So I ended up taking all that off, and when I hang it up on the back of the door, I'll show you how I start putting on all the tassels and whatnot on the bottom. So like I said, I'm just going to continue to tie all of these hoops together in the design that I want. And some of the doilies, you know, they're totally put on. There's no space in between where they're attached to the hoop, so you kind of have to find a little hole to put the string through. And if you have like a little plastic needle or a sewing needle to put your thread through, it might be able, you know, it might be easier to get it through the doily. But for the most part, I was able to do it without using any type of a needle. But if you find that you're having trouble putting the string through the little holes of the doily, just thread it with a needle, and it'll be much easier for you to get it through the doily itself. So I just continue. I didn't film the whole thing, but you get the point. You can see the way that I have it laid out on the bed. I actually made all of these hoops with the doilies and packed them in my suitcase because this is for a Dreamcatcher themed baby shower. So I did all these in New York and put them in my suitcase and brought them down to Georgia. So now I'm in Georgia in my sister-in-law's spare bedroom, and now I'm putting the hoops together. It's the day before the shower, because I had to make cookies, and I was making all the centerpieces for the tables, which were the cute teepees. I'll show you pictures of them in another video. But I did some Dreamcatcher mason jar centerpieces for the tables, along with the teepees. That came out super cute. But this was for behind the dessert table on the wall. So I'm just gonna shut the video off and continue to tie them all together with the string. So now that I have them all tied together with the string, I have it hung up on the back of the bedroom door, because it's easier to hang all the, you know, the strings from the bottom. We'll add all that to the bottom while it's hanging up. It's very hard to walk back and look at it and judge it if it's on the bed. So I just took some, what do you call them? Like the 3M hooks that come off the, paneling, not the paneling, the molding on the door, which comes off easy. So I just put 2 3M hooks up, and now I'm just going with the pink first. So the colors are pink, teal, and white, and beige. So I just cut long pieces of this real pretty, like fuzzy yarn that I got from Joann's fabric store. I have it in pink, I have it in teal, and I have it in white. So what I do is I just make it double. I put it behind and then make a loop and then pull the rest through the hoop and pull it tight. So this way you don't have to glue it on or anything like that. You just pull it nice and tight and it stays, and you can adjust it to where you want it on the bottom of the hoop. There is some ribbon that I couldn't do that to, that I actually turned the whole piece around on the back of the door and did glue it to the back, just going straight down. But with the yarn, you can easily just do 2 strands at a time, make them really long, and adhere them like that. So I'm just trying to figure out where I want all of my strings to go. And I have so many different, I have like pearls and beads and feathers and so much other stuff to put on, but I just wanted, it's for the baby's room after the baby shower, and she's having a girl. So it's going to be hanging up on the wall, and so the colors of the baby's room is the pale pink and white, and then with some teal. So I'm just going, and whatever I do on one side, I do on the opposite side. So you just want to make it nice and even on both sides. And then I start with the teal and with the white, and you'll see all the different types of yarn and stuff that I have. I'll post a video at the end, and everything I got from Joann's. The all of the what do you call them, the doilies, I just got from garage sales, flea markets, the AMVETs. Just go to your local thrift shop, and they have tons of them all the time. Otherwise, they're very expensive to buy. But if you can buy them at the thrift stores, they're pennies on a dollar. I think I got all of the ones for this wall hanging for like $8 at a thrift store. So as you can see, I started adding some of the green towards the small ones at the end. Not the green, the teal. And now I actually turned it over, so now this is the back of it. So I'm just taking the glue gun, and I'm taking the teal ribbon, and I'm just putting a dab of glue and adhering it where I want it, in between the pink. I didn't have much of this ribbon, that's why I didn't want to do it double, because then I wouldn't have had enough to do how many strands I wanted to do. So I just did it single, so that's why I'm just gluing it. But I did turn the whole entire piece, so now I'm on the back of it, because you don't want to glue it to the front. You want to glue it from the back so you don't see any glue or anything like that. So this one I really liked. So that I'm doing double, and I'm just putting it through. I know you can't see me with my butt in the way, but you just make a loop and you pull it through, and then you pull it tight, so there's no need to glue that. So now I'm just going to randomly, wherever I put that type of yarn, I'm going to place it at the same spot on both sides. It might be hard to see everything with the white door behind it, but we were so exhausted with doing everything for the shower, literally up until like 4 or 5 o'clock every night, and then getting up at like 9 o'clock the next morning and continuing because my sister-in-law cooked all the food. Her and her friend Monique made the cake, all the desserts. Like, we did everything. We didn't have anything catered or anything like that, so all the desserts, all the cookies I made, the decorative cookies for the baby shower. I didn't do a video on that, but in their big shower video that I'll be posting after this one, I'll probably do that tomorrow. There will be pictures of all the cookies and how nice everything looks set up. So like I said, whatever I do on one side, I do on the other side. So I'm just adding things as I go. And adding ribbon and yarn. You can use anything. You can use beads. You can use, you know, strands with feathers on them. Whatever you'd like to use as your hanging stuff, you can use. They have such beautiful different ribbon and beaded ribbon and all different kinds of things even at Michael's. You want to try to get that stuff when you have a 50% off coupon, because it can get very expensive. I think it costs more just for the stuff hanging on the bottom than it did for all the doilies and the hoops. So that's what can run into a lot of money, is when you start getting all the real pretty, you know, beaded and nice looking ribbon and stuff to hang from it. I think those are pink beads. Oh no, that's that's a ribbon that's actually like little roses. So it's little tiny roses all in a row. Pink roses. It's so pretty. So I'm just gluing that to the back.
What are you asking him to look at, the cat?
So I just keep doing this until I have it all the way filled up on the bottom. You'll see. That's another type of pretty ribbon. It was hot. Almost burnt my finger. And this, you know, this took a little bit of time to figure out where I was going to put everything and to attach everything. But, you know, you get it done. It doesn't take that long to make a beautiful wall hanging. You could even make this like a headboard behind a bed for a kid's room, a girl's room. Looks super cute. So I'm going to add more stuff, but I shut the videotape off because my camera was dying. So I wanted to charge it up a little bit. So now that all my pieces are hung, I'm going to sit on the floor, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to start at the right end, to the right, and I'm going to start cutting on an angle. Now I started it a little bit longer, but then I trimmed it as I went, because you don't want to start too short, because you can never add, but you could always take away, because I want it to come down to a point on both sides and then longer in the middle. So I'm just starting to cut, and I'm getting a little bit longer with each couple of strands as I go. Because you can see how long everything is. But we don't want it that long. We want to clean it up a little bit. So I just keep cutting on an angle, getting a little bit longer and longer with each pass. Until I get all the way to the middle. And then I go up and then I start the other side. So you can see how that's forming. Looks so pretty when it's done. You could totally leave it long all the way, you know, all of them very long going across. I just think it looks so much prettier if you do it on an angle like that. But you could do it however you'd like. Like I said, this would make a super cute headboard behind a little girl's bedroom, behind her bed, or just hanging on the wall, like she's going to put it in the baby's room. So now I'm basically to the middle. And now I think the white piece right there is the middle. And then I'm going to start going up the other side and trying to get them the same exact length. So I'm just taking the pieces as I go, because that's directly in the middle. Then going up from there. So it takes a little bit of time to do this part, but you get the point, and you'll see the picture of it hanging on the wall at the shower. The shower was at the mother-to-be, her and my nephew's house. So we had just one room set up with the tables and everything, with the dessert and the favors and the watermelon boat and the chocolate fountain. So at the end of this video, which is coming up real soon, in about a second or so, I will show you how it looks hanging on the wall. So that's basically what you want to do, is get it even on both sides until it's completely done. All right, so that's what it looks like on the wall behind the dessert table. They loved it. Looks super adorable, and it will be used in the baby's room. Thanks for watching, everybody. Please subscribe. Please hit that notification bell. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and please share. Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a blessed day. Bye.